Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Wednesday the 17th of March 2021. Today was match day and we were treated to Gary Rowett Masterclass as we effed up 2-0 lead away at QPR to lose 3-2. I told you in yesterday's video that they are our bogey side. We haven't won there in 32 years or so. Yeah, and we haven't again, even though we were 2-0 up in the first half. And there's a number of reasons why that happened. One of them probably being starting lineup. You've got Gary Rowett moaning about injuries, how the players are tired, and then when we get a week where there's a midweek game, he doesn't make any changes from the side that was at Derby, except for Malone. Malone came in because that was an enforced change before. Yes, I don't know. It's just so annoying. And he doesn't make any substitutions until the 77th minute. After it's 2-1 and we're getting run ragged in midfield. Surely once you're 2-0 up, that's it then, isn't it? Why do we need Woods when we're 2-0 up? He can't defend, can't tackle, he can't close down, can't run. All he does is pick a couple of half decent passes every game. Once he had done that in the first half and we were 2-0 up, get him off, put Billy Mitchell on. Get Billy Mitchell running around there. But he waited until the 77th minute to make changes and it just fell apart. This is from skysports.com. It says Geordie DeWish, whatever, I don't know how you say it. Still stunning Rangers comeback. Report and highlights from Sky Bet Championship clash between QPR and Millwall at the Guy Prince Foundation Stadium as goals from Charlie Austin, Stefan Johansson and Geordie DeWish saw Rangers clinch a remarkable second half comeback. DeWish scored a late winner for QPR as they came from 2 goals down to beat Millwall 3-2 in a lively London derby. First half goals from Jed Wallace and Mason Bennett put the visitors in command, but Charlie Austin scored 6 minutes into the second half. Stefan Johansson equalised before Dutch defender rose to head home Ilias Chair's corner 4 minutes from time. Millwall took the lead after just 6 minutes following an error by Todd Kane. After Kane was dispossessed by George Evans, Ryan Woods threaded through a perfect pass to Wallace, fired into the far corner of the net, his 8th goal of the season. Rangers thought they had equalised when Rob Dickie nudged the ball in after Lyndon Dykes' long throw had been headed on by DeWish. But Dickie was adjudged to be offside, and shortly afterwards, the defender's header from another Dykes throw was kept out by goalkeeper Bartosz Białkowski. After these 2 scares, Millwall scored from their own long throw 6 minutes before half-time. Bennett netted moments after a dreadful miss when he shot tamely at keeper Seny Dieng after beating the Rangers offside trap and finding himself through on goal. The striker atoned in emphatic fashion by getting in front of Kane to acrobatically hook the ball in after Marlon Romeo's throw had been headed on by Jake Cooper. Another flick on by Cooper early in the second half, this time from Evans' lofted free kick, teed up Sean Hutchinson, who shot wide from the near edge of the 6-yard box. The third goal would almost certainly have sealed the win for Millwall. Instead, Rangers were given hope by Austin's 6th goal since rejoining the club on loan from West Brom at the end of January. Jeff Cameron sent the ball in from the left and Austin got in front of Alex Pearce to head beyond Białkowski. Hutchinson was then found guilty of an even worse miss when he skied a first-time effort over the crossbar from a few yards after being found by Wallace's free kick. That miss and Woods' losing possession proved costly for the Lions, whose lead was wiped out in the 67th minute after Chris Wallach had robbed Woods. Dykes fed a pass through to Lee Wallace, whose low cross on the left wing wrong-footed Cooper and dropped to Johansson. The Norwegian was also off balance but managed to readjust his position and scuffed the ball in from close range. As Millwall wilted, QPR pushed for a winner and were rewarded by the Regis' first goal since arriving on loan from Hull. What the manager said. QPR's Mark Burton said, "I don't rate that first half in any shape or form. We were lucky to only be 2-0 down. We played like a team that hadn't even met each other before. We gave the ball away cheaply, vacated areas positionally, and were naive. It was very unlike us as a team. We fully deserved to be 2 down, and it could have easily been more. We looked so far off our normal level. To then show that desire and character, and to create so many chances against the Millwall defence that gives away very few chances against most teams in the division, the players deserve so much credit. In the second half, we were on front foot, moving the ball much quicker, and the players smelt the victory as opposed to just settling for the point. To come back in that fashion, they showed a lot of desire and commitment. They can take huge belief from that performance." Mill's Gary Rowett said, "In the first half, we were excellent. We got to grips with QPR, moved the ball well, had very good chances, and took 2 of them. We spoke clearly about maintaining that intensity in the second half. For us to then concede so early in that second half, I thought it was a really poor goal. You have a glorious chance to take the old game away from QPR, but you don't take it. They score quite quickly after that, and as soon as they score, it gives them a real lift. It was a combination of not being able to maintain that energy level and making 3 really bad mistakes. We made mistakes, they punished us, and we probably got what we deserved." So there's that. Moving on to more quotes from the manager. This is from news@10.co.uk. It says Millwall boss Gary Rowett reacts after the Lions blow 2-goal half-time lead to lose 3-2 at QPR. Gary Rowett said Millwall didn't do their defensive jobs properly after the Lions blew a 2-goal half-time lead at QPR to lose 3-2 on Wednesday night. Goals from Jed Wallace and Mason Bennett put the Lions 2-0 up at the break as Millwall seemed set to end their 32-year wait for a win at Loftus Road. But Charlie Austin pulled a goal back 6 minutes into the second half before Stefan Johansson equalised in the 67th minute. "I'm disappointed with our defending second half," Rowett said. "I thought the first half we were excellent. After the first 5 or 10 minutes we got to grips with QPR and looked very good. We moved the ball as well as we've moved it quite a while. We had some very good chances and took 2 of them. The first goal was excellent, a great ball from Woodsy and good finish from Jedsy. Then Woodsy puts Mason in and should score. It doesn't, but make amends for it by scoring a second. So we probably could have gone in maybe 3 goals up with the chances that we had. Even though QPR looked really bright, I don't think they had many clear-cut chances first half. We spoke about maintaining that intensity. It was probably one of the most intense recent games in terms of the energy levels required. It was a quick-paced game, which was nice to see, but it means you have to work a lot harder to maintain it. For us to concede so early in the second half, we knew the importance of it. It was a really poor goal. Charlie Austin, gets in front of us. It was quite far out for them to score with 1 ball and 1 header. For me, is really disappointing. We had a chance just before that to go up 3-0 up, and we should have taken it. We have another chance after it to go 3-1 up, and we don't take it. If you miss chances, you're always susceptible at the other end. The second goal was equally as poor, and in the third goal, we let their man through on a set piece, and we concede again. We've had 3 moments in the game when we didn't do our jobs. At a place like this, they've got some good forward players, and they punished us." Yeah, you know why, Gary? You know why QPR didn't look really bright in the first half? You know why? Because arguably their best player, Ilias Chair, was sitting on the bench because the manager wanted to give him a rest because he's their best player, and he's put him on the bench, and he's brought him off the bench to change the game in the second half because he knew he didn't want him tiring out. Because that's how you manage your squad. If you don't crap on players saying they're not good enough and play, you don't You don't put Murray Wallace in after one training session when you've got Shane Ferguson there training week in, week out. You don't shit on players like that. You don't play a player like Danny McNamara. He's playing really well. As soon as he signs a contract and then you drop him. What's that about? Marlon was awful today, absolutely awful. But you said before they're going to have to share the position because there's a lot of games coming up, especially midweek games, and we've got a lot of injuries. But today was a perfect opportunity to bring Danny McNamara in, and you didn't do it. Marlon Romeo was awful today. He was awful against Derby. Luckily he got away with it, but he was awful today, and it didn't. There you go, everyone. Gary Rowett masterclass. Amazing. Let's see. We got Middlesbrough on Saturday, and Middlesbrough away was quite an awful game for us this season. It's where many people realised that maybe Gary Rowett isn't that good. So let's see how many we lose by on Saturday. Oi, oi, oi.